Hello there, folks. Today we're getting our first preview look at Panzer Corps 2. For any of you that remember the original, this is definitely good news. We're going to take a look here. Now, keep in mind this is still an early access version of the game. There's still a lot more to come, but right now we're actually going to jump into the campaign here. Poland 1939 as the Wehrmacht. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, this is just a few of the missions to come in the final game. Or a few of the campaigns to come in the final game, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to keep in kernel difficulty, which is pretty much medium. And let's jump right in here. Alright, as a newly minted general in the German Wehrmacht, it falls upon you to spearhead the German invasion of Poland and prove your mettle in combat. Always choose your avenue of assault wisely, as future decisions will dramatically impact your campaign and even the course of the war. Very cool. Alright, I can do this. So, Prototype Equipment Awards for the Northern Assault. Let's go for the Northern Assault. Let's keep things simple for the end here. Okay, very cool. So we can actually type a name. Agrippa Maxentius, the most original of names. Just keep going. Just stop there. Stop on him. Now, what do you consider your strengths? Man, like charging into combat like crazy. Maybe I'll say Master of Blitzkrieg. Yeah. What do you consider your weaknesses? Come on, you guys know this. Bad luck. I'm going to take bad luck, and we shall accept. We have unused trait points. We can always add them later. Please have a seat. I'll speak with you shortly. Alright, the briefing officer picks up his telephone. Yes, I'm still here. As I was saying, we're well established here at Jastro, and the newly promoted general is now here with me. The person on the other end of the line is speaking. Are you certain you're ready for frontline combat? We're just about to take the first steps of Fallweiss and cross the Polish border. The person on the other end of the line is once again speaking. I see you. That is quite an impressive recommendation. Well, this old man remains unconvinced. My time on the battlefield may be long past, but I will of course advise them on the best of my ability. Glory to the fatherland. Alright, so we are officially part of the invasion of Poland. We, of course, want to take these two areas right here at Kelno. Actually, three areas. Gruzidac and Bigozish. I hope I'm getting at least close to the pronunciation there. And let's go ahead and jump right into combat, guys. So first things first, I believe we want to go ahead and deploy. Let's see. Yeah, we've got everybody pretty much out here. We've got tanks, etc. We've got our artillery and our tactical bomber. We're pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to end deployment here and commence the actual fighting. Now look at this. We can zoom in all the way. I absolutely love this. We've got some Polish troops nearby. And while I don't want to get off the course, I kind of want to go directly towards the targets. I can't help but attack these guys. So here's what I'll do. I'll at least move my Panzer II over here, and I'll attack them from behind. Not bad. All right. Do the same with this Panzer. And with the infantry, we're going to start pushing forward. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is a Polish anti-tank gun here. 37mm anti-tank gun. So let's go ahead and try and burn her up. I don't think we can get a shot at this distance, but if we move up and fire, there we go. Our artillery can also assist here in the attack. I'm so far loving this look. Really adds and brings a level of realism to the game. Didn't mean to do that. To attack with infantry, but that's all right. We'll finish them up. But the realism here is really nice. Now let's bring in the Stuka for the ground attack. Beautiful. And we could probably finish these guys off with one attack by our Wehrmacht troops. Of course, the only issue here is we're getting very close, or we're getting very far away from these points of interest that we're supposed to be getting closer to. So I will keep moving closer, and I won't mess around with attacking any more of their poor infantry. We'll just get right to the job at hand. I did not expect the enemy to counterattack here. We're going to have to do something about this. But I think the biggest threat is the enemy scout car here. And I'm pretty sure that our tanks are going to be able to deal with him. Although, you know what? We might want to bring in our Stuka. He's not going to be able to attack the enemy plane, that's for sure. And we will have to trade some units here to destroy this thing for sure. I was thinking of bringing a tank back, and we're probably going to have to end up doing that. Let's see. Let's deal with the enemy up here with the Panzer II. And then I'm going to take this Panzer II and go straight for that town. There we go. 50 prestige for us. Of course, we can use this later to purchase new units, to replace existing units, etc. But we're not currently there yet, although I really do feel tempted to continue forward. I don't think we should stop. So let's get into these this agricultural area here with our other tank. Get over the Polish farms to get to them. We'll attack. Well, of course, this is going to extend the time we have these guys out in the field. We're going to have to bring them all the way back. Although, can they still use the truck? I think they can. That's pretty cool. In the actual purchasing phase, where you get to purchase new vehicles, etc., you can always buy, instead of a standard truck, you can buy an SDKFC to transport your men. The issue, of course, is the expense. It is more expensive. Yeah, let's go for it. Otherwise, he's going to bother us, and we can always just get replacements. We will have to wait a turn, but I think that guy's a bit of a threat, so we'll do exactly that. As for the enemy cavalry, I think we could actually do a pretty good job on them with the 2nd Wehr infantry. Unfortunately, there's other Polish units out here, so we want to keep our wits about us. Alright, not too bad. We're actually going to go into the purchase units. And I might get some cavalry. This is Poland. Cavalry could be useful. In fact, we have a lot, or enough, for quite a lot of different units. Let's get some Panzer 38Ts. Purchase one of these. And I'm going to drop her... No, I'm not going to drop her on the airfield. That'd be strange. And let's get a few more infantry units. I feel like we don't have quite enough. Although, again, I might supplement the infantry units with just getting some cavalry. Believe it or not. Yeah, I'm doing it. I think in an area like Poland, these would actually be quite useful. We might want to purchase some more units. We still have space to actually grow our army. So you know what? Let's get another one. Maybe I'll go for an actual plane. Another bomber would be useful, but also a fighter to take down that Polish plane. So we're going to get a Messerschmitt Bf-109 here. Let's purchase her. So we've got the Stuka and the Messerschmitt. These work very well together, of course, but we have to wait till next turn to use it. Oh, man. These Polish are serious about defending their homeland. Who would have thought? Interesting. So despite having a tank there, we got hit pretty bad. There's got to be a negative bonus for infantry against tanks in urban areas. But I thought if you were defending, then that bonus would be mitigated. I guess not. I guess not. Be nice to get the artillery up to soften them up just a little bit, even though it's not going to make a huge difference. Alright, now we haven't tried the replacement yet, so let's see if we can do the actual replacements, or if maybe we can't do that during this turn. There we go. So we're going to do either elite replacements or standard. I just want to go for standard. Some men are going to be lost on the attack here of Jodnice. I think that's correct, Jodnice. It looks like we've got some Polish units here. We've got to get them away from our troops. You learn this time, Stanislav. Alright, not bad. And we can get a second attack, so that's beautiful. So that is certainly new to Panzer Corps, is after a successful first attack, if we destroy the unit, we can actually go ahead, follow up on a mass attack. Let's do it. Okay, and I will chase him. Last thing we need is the scout car bothering us. Alright, not too shabby. I think I want to purchase more tanks. What can I say? You know, this is a blitzkrieg. And you know what? I'll also purchase another group of cavalry. I think that first group did an excellent job. Unfortunately, they couldn't take the airfield this turn, but we'll take it next turn. Still a lot to do here. Okay, no, it looks like we're going to have to... Nope, we can get cavalry. Nope. We have to get the Balkan Pioneer. So these are pioneer units, pretty much like militia almost. We'll put them back here. They're still going to be useful, especially to grab some of these points. So I think we moved every single unit. Let's end the turn. Let's hope that the Polish are not too brutal against us. Although, look at that. We might need to move forward and do an attack here. Let's take a look at this. You know what? So we'll get behind him, do a mass attack too. Go for a secondary attack here, or let's move over here and actually engage with our infantry here. Yeah, we definitely want to attack with the infantry first. Burn out these Polish tank, the 12th TKS. Yeah, she looks a lot worse for wear. But you know what? I actually think we should replace this guy. I'm not sure how many replacements we're going to get without a road, but no, we're just fine. Our replacements were able to get through here. As for this unit, we could also replace some units, but I think we have to go on the offensive. Even at a loss. Alright, folks, ending the turn. So if we can surround the units, we obviously increase the damage done. We want to try to surround them when we get a chance, of course. But with this many infantry units, it's kind of a back and forth fight. So encircled, I see, by the enemy tank and their infantry, so we're immediately going to try and take their enemy tank out right here. We've got the mass attack bonus ×2. And we could actually finish him off with this tank. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? Let's finish him off with the infantry, and then we'll be well on the road to Kelno. Goodbye. I love that explosion. That is a beautiful touch. Really beautiful touch. And what we'll do, we'll get our tank into the town here. They killed one of our glorious infantry units, but we do have some additional prestige from taking these locations and from destroying enemy units. Let me go ahead, repair fully. I repaired with elite. I should have repaired with just standard troops. And there's our BF-109. Let's see if we can't take down some Polish planes. I'm already adoring this game. I mean, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Keep in mind, this is an early access version of the game. There's still a lot to be done here. I mean, a lot. Now, I'm going to pretty much skip their gun, and I'm going straight for their infantry unit. Call me crazy, but I think this is the way to go. He's surrounded on all sides. Although for some reason we can't do much damage. I guess the Panzer 1B, it's a Panzer 1B, is not that great. We could take a look at what's in front of Kelno. And it's going to be, of course, enemy infantry units. So we want to get out of there as soon as possible. In the meantime, I want to also retake some of this territory. So we'll grab our cavalry. Now here's the thing, is we can cut through here, but we still need to take this area. So let me see if my conscripts can get there. Not quite. I don't really want to waste time, though. We should have destroyed this thing immediately. It's a bit of a danger, and of course we're attacking with an anti-tank weapon, not the best idea in the world. But I hope now we can completely finish it off. One more attack here, and we'll bring in the bombers to knock her down for good. Junkers, Stuka. Beautiful. And actually, we might still be able to take that town. No, so I guess we have to stop in it. Usually in Panzer Corps, in the original, you simply would, you know, run over the town, or the airfield in this case, and it would be yours. That's not the case here. That's alright, though. I think that's more realistic, that you actually have to stop. And we shall end the turn. We can, of course, purchase one more unit, and I had my eyes on that cavalry. They are pretty good. We could probably even purchase 2 cavalry units. Let's go crazy. You say you can't win World War II with horses? I say you're wrong. We've got 36 of 36 spots for this battle, so we can't take any more units until another one is destroyed. But at least we know what we have before us, what we've got to do here. Actually, they did a really good attack here, and they're going to do a great attack at Kelno too. It's a little less damaging than I expected, actually. Hold, boys. Going to try and reinforce that tank unit. Usually I'd have an infantry unit defending, but we don't have that luxury. To bring the Stuka back, I think. So that's interesting. The planes actually go back to base at the end of the turn. I really like that as well. A nice touch. Let's bring in the Stuka to finish this guy off. Actually have our conscripts get the kill here. Our Broken Pioneer. They're going to be quite happy with that. Welcome to the war, boys. Oh, not quite. Well, okay. Well, at least take our Broken Pioneer and snatch that Polish airfield. I guess we're going to have to attack with our cavalry. I didn't expect that to have to be an issue, but there we go. Alright, guys. Let's also bring out the Messerschmitt, and of course I'm going to target this enemy bomber. If anybody can let us know what that is, the PZL P37B LOS, is that actually a Polish bomber? Is it from another country? I've never heard of this one. So we'll push up. Oh, we've got enemy troops trying to retreat. But we've also got a bunch of cavalry units here. I'm going to let those enemy troops retreat, and I'm going to put my focus entirely on the cavalry. Of course, we'll also try to reinforce existing infantry. And I want to free up that road. The last thing I want is them cutting us off here. In fact, I think we could bring in the Messerschmitt just to do a strafing run on the enemy here. That's an option next turn. We can't do it this turn. As for this tank, we mentioned we wanted to replace some units. There we go. And let's see if our cavalry can't wipe out their cavalry, or at least greatly damage it here. Not bad. One more attack and she's a goner. Unfortunately, I don't think we have that attack available. Oh, yes we do. Okay. The glorious Panzer 38T. Who says Panzer 1s aren't useful? There we go. I've said it on multiple occasions. Let's continue, guys. Now, my concern is that we aren't really pushing towards the north here. Maybe we should also send a few units to the north. So, this cavalry unit, this infantry unit, and maybe another tank unit, if we can get it working, we're going to start sending over this way. We could actually bring in this infantry unit to continue targeting their infantry, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Good work. Zavere will win the day. 36 of 36. We're ending the turn. Alright, so Bigojish is right there. Now I'm thinking we definitely need to replace some of these units. But maybe we can go ahead and get some elite replacements. It's going to be somewhat more expensive, but we'll keep, you know, a very strong tank unit. So I'm going to do it just with that guy. I'll do something a little bit different with these guys. Let's get to Bigojish. So it's an anti-tank gun, a 37mm anti-tank gun. Yeah, we really need to go ahead and do a mass attack here. We can absolutely break in. But of course, it would be ideal if we could also finish off that infantry. Let's go for it, guys. I'm going to try to bring the Stuka in to finish it off, but the distance might be too great. Not bad. Alright, we can even go over the town and actually bomb the gun, but I actually more concerned with destroying one of their infantry units. It could also add an additional skill point here to our Stuka. But as you can see, we can still come in and strafe the enemy, and why not? You know, reduce their numbers even more. So we'll go ahead and strafe with the Messerschmitt. We've got to do the mass attack here. I really did want to repair these units, but with that tank, or I should say that infantry, you know, sort of bothering our tanks, yeah, I think it's important to try to wipe it out entirely, and then we'll repair these 3 units. Good work, man. Let's start driving, actually, northeast, just to take a look at the town of Chev over here. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Alright, and we can actually go full steam ahead with the cavalry and with our infantry units, although it's a shame I didn't purchase supply trucks for this. Could actually select a transport for embark, but we don't have any transports nearby. We should have just purchased it with the unit itself. And you know what? I'm just hoping that the enemy won't attack, because I think next turn I'm going to actually leave the town with the Panzer 2C. Can actually get even closer. Let's do it. So it looks like an infantry unit is defending this area. Kelno and Gruziats, we're not sure yet. We're going to have to get across that river before we can tell you anything. Oh boy, that's what I was worried about. Enemy armored support. Alright, folks. Let's see if we can actually get decent replacements here. Yeah, not bad. If we can get the same over here, +5. Wow, that's epic. So right now our tanks are going to kind of have to hold out for a bit. pretty much repair themselves until next turn. But before that happens, I will attack again at Bigodish. And as you can see, that definitely increases our attack power. It's a -4 with the attack. Let's send in the Ver, and we'll push right into that objective. Now, that's definitely going to open up additional prestige points, but since we don't have space, it's not really going to make a difference. What I will do, send our cavalry behind the lines. Oh yeah, we get a pretty good view here of what the enemy's got at Kelmno. And it's not much, really. The problem is we're going to have to use infantry to get in there. Let's move the artillery forward as well. And with this infantry, I'm actually going to try to engage that Polish tank. And then we'll take this armored core. If we can destroy this area, hopefully we can lure them all out and destroy the infantry piecemeal. Once we can take that area, we can move southeast and take Gruzhats. And yeah, for sure I'm going to be moving my tank out here. And we'll take the Pioneer Infantry is going to defend that town. Although we don't really need to defend that town, again, because it's not a priority location. Alright, let's hope that he actually stays put. Because I do see, and that is interesting, that the Air Force actually heads back to base to repair themselves. That is pretty cool. Or to just get more fuel. Alright, some additional, I think for sure that's a French tank. I could be mistaken there. It's a French World War I tank. But we'll get a closer look and we'll confirm that. Looks like they may have moved out of Gruzhats. If that's the case, I'm going to be a very happy boy. A very happy German commander. You have to make the best of it, you know. It's a tough life here in Germany country. Let's open up, or we could head towards Gruzhats. Yeah, I think we definitely open up. Although potentially we try and hit both units. So that tank's going to retreat. I'm going to chase it down with the 2C. Overrun, pretty easy kill. Now I'll move my guy here, so that'll give us an additional bonus. And don't forget, we get a second attack. So there we go. Not bad at all. Oh, nice. All right, we actually greatly damaged him. Unfortunately, our planes are not sticking around. Although if we can take that airfield, I believe we can also move our planes here. So let's go for this airfield right here. And let's see if now I can transfer my planes over. I believe I can. But there might actually be a certain way of doing this. No transports available in this pool. So perhaps we actually have to set up these transports. And we're going to rebase the aircraft. Perfect. Let's also rebase this guy. I love that. Now, of course, with some additional support from the air, hopefully we can really make a difference here. Also, we want to start bombarding the enemy. Let's see how our cavalry would deal with an attack like this. I mean, he's still going to take losses, but this is pretty much as good as we're going to get. Without, appropriate infantry to take it. So I'll do it. I'll get a cavalry attack. I'll also get a tank attack. Yes, a tank attack against an anti-tank. I know it seems crazy, but we've done it before, and it can be useful if you do it the right way. In this case, we really don't want that guy bothering us. Alright, yeah, I guess we'll keep moving forward with the conscripts. I get the feeling they will never actually get here. There's also another village here that we could take. Doesn't look like any of our men are interested in doing that just yet. In fact, I'm going to ignore the tank, something I wouldn't typically do, and I'm going to attack the infantry again, even at a loss. I could care less, because my goal here is to break through under any circumstances. Alright, boys, it's good for now. I'm almost tempted to get this guy killed just so we can purchase another unit. But it seems like kind of a waste if we just completely waste him. Just throw him away, essentially. Then again. Alright, guys, so of course the main threat is going to be the infantry here in Kelno. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a bombardment. I am going to bring in, of course, our bombers. That should really help soften the city up. And again, I'm ignoring their tank in lieu of taking Kelno, in lieu of taking the city here. So there we go, a nice burning attack, and they have left the city. Wonderful. Let's push forward. We'd actually take quite a few losses, but we'd also lower them to 2. I don't think I'm going to attack. I think I'm going to hold off on that attack. What I am going to try to do is replace the units here. And maybe they're going to need some infantry up here in the north for sure. That's kind of going to be a problem. As you can see, none of our tanks can really break through that infantry. We are going to have to bring in some additional infantry units for sure. I think now more than ever, I'm willing to take that sacrifice. Alright, let's go ahead and purchase some new units. In fact, I might go for the Grenadiers if we can afford them. And of course, we'll get an Opel Blitz truck with them. So there we go. Can we drop them at Kelno? Can we drop them at Bigojic? That's too bad. We definitely have to drop them back at base here. Maybe we can actually pop them into one of the towns. Let's see. No, that's too bad. Alright, well, they're going to have to make a long journey towards the front lines, but hopefully they can actually break through where we can't. In fact, I'm even thinking of sending the Broken Pioneer forward at this point. You know what, we'll attack. We need to try to weaken the enemy. And we're probably going to have to recruit new units here, get replacements next turn anyway. So, in fact, for both of these units, that's the case. Start engaging the tank. Again, we might not be able to do much damage, but if we can weaken him a bit, you know, try and make him not so strong, then I think this can still go very, very well for us. So I'm going to do a strafing shot on the FT-17s. Bring them down to a -6, not bad. Or a 6, I should say. And you know what? I'm actually going to send a tank down to assist over here. Because we have just way too many tanks up here in the north. I don't think they're going to be able to do much on their own. We need to wait for that infantry support. And we could get in here and try to tempt them a bit. But they'll probably just end up attacking next turn. I'm going to do it anyway. Again, just in an effort to try and destroy their unit here. So they can't repair them or anything like that. And for anybody else, I'll try to get replacements. Alright, folks. Ending the turn. I wish there was more we could do there, but nope. Not until the rest of our infantry break through. Actually, our tank did manage to do some damage there to the infantry in Gruziats, which is not something I expected. But again, it's just one. It's really not gonna change the war at all. That's what I was worried about. Enemy tank actually trying to take on our tanks here, or I should say enemy anti-tank taking on our tanks. I think that's going to be an easy kill, but I'd prefer... Nah, you know what? No, we'll fire. I was going to say I'd prefer to get closer and start firing over here at Gruziats, but I think we just have to go as fast as possible. So we'll destroy him. Wow, he's not destroyed. That is frustrating. Let's bring in the 1B. Finish the job, 1B. Still not destroyed, man. I will completely accept the loss of this unit just to bring in another infantry unit. Let's do it. Purchase. This time we'll get infantry there. And it's a shame we have to drop him all the way back here, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead. Of course, now with the Opel Blitz truck, we can get to the battlefield a lot faster. We should be able to be there in about 2 turns, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what? We don't need this artillery for this operation. We need the artillery for this operation. So I'll push them up here. Also still trying to continue forward with our infantry in that area. Alright, good work, folks. And again, as you can see here, the attack against Gruziats just would not be very effective. Alright, Stuka. We actually need you to take out this tank. Look at the damage he can do here to the armor. That's pretty amazing. And we can follow up here with a mass attack, although we're still not going to be doing that much damage. Here's what I'll do. Push forward with the cavalry. Do a mass attack since they're encircled, and follow up with our infantry here. Go for it, boys. Third Wehr infantry getting a great kill. And we'll move the tank into the city of Kelno here. And look at that. We can also push forward and continue attacking their artillery. You thought we were finished? No, sir. As for this guy, I will go ahead and add some replacements to the unit. But I think that's about it, guys. We'll end the turn. We still have a Messerschmitt, though. We might as well use him. Opening up on that 75mm is a good idea. It's a terrifying enemy unit, of course. But I think with this 5, I'm going to go ahead and get those replacements. We can actually get to 12, which is not too bad for the first Pioneer. It's going to be just extremely important in taking either city. That's really cool how we cannot take these cities without infantry support. Just not going to happen. With tanks, you know, you really have to rethink. In the old Panzer Corps, you could absolutely get like a strong tank, and it would be able to break through a city. Sure, it would lose a few men, but it would still be pretty overpowered. I really like this this change. All right, beautiful. Absolutely overrun there. And it looks like, wow, yeah, we're still going to need some additional troops to break through here. They have that area well defended. And what we will do, we'll bring in the Stuka and try and sort of weaken the area, but it looks like Grudziądz might be the strongest area here in terms of defenses. I just see no way of breaking through. All right, we might as well finish off their plane here. Not bad. And we're just going to start bombarding the city. All right, look at that, guys. Wow, these troops are going to arrive on the battlefield quite quickly. I like this. Yeah, that attack would be just kind of a waste. Here we go, folks. I feel victory is coming, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe the Polish are going to do some sort of counterattack, or they're going to be able to hold out. I mean, they do just need to hold out for 3 more turns. I feel like that's probably something that they're capable of. All right, here we go. Look at that. Even with the Grenadiers, we're not really making much of a difference. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to repair these units. We're going to have to sacrifice some tanks. That's just the fact of the matter. Because we can also surround the unit, and I think we'll get that additional mass attack bonus. So here we go. Even at a loss, we're going to go for it. And another thing is, Grenadiers might not be the best unit to try to break through a city. And even here at a loss, we're going to try the attack. Yeah, still not managing to do much damage there. Let's bring up our infantry here at Grudziądz. As you can see here, that's looking a lot more promising. So, first thing I want to do... Wrong plane, sorry. We'll bomb the city. Doesn't look like that really made much of a difference. But we're also going to push this tank out here. I want to make room for the cavalry to actually move in here and assist with the attack. Here we go. We can get a mass attack now, but I think this is a better idea. We'll move in an additional unit. Just boost that mass attack. What we really need to do is use these infantry and cavalry units. I guess you'd consider a cavalry unit in this situation infantry as well. Use them to break through Grudziądz and then push north over here with them. That's really the goal here. So I'm actually going to start sending these guys towards Kelno. Unfortunately, they don't have any supply trucks to help them get there, so best of luck. All right, folks. Let's hope that this works. I'm even going to be able to get an attack here with my tank unit. And why not? All right, folks, I think Groshetz is ours, and we also destroyed the enemy. They fought to the very end, and that's going to be a victory. Not too shabby. That's kind of cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this preview at Panzer Corps 2, and I certainly hope to see you guys checking out the channel in the future. So make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, tell me what you think. Do you like this in comparison to the old Panzer Corps, or do you think it's a terrible approach? You know, what's your opinion? And also, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're a niche strategy channel. It's pretty hard to find us, so it always helps to get another subscription there. Thanks again, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.